Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we are going to be making a really tall snowman. And it's going to be a thin, tall snowman. And so our first step to do is to take our paper. Now for my students, what we're using is 9 by 24 paper. So it's really big and really long, like this. And I'm just shrinking it down here so that you can see it on the screen. But you can use any size paper. And you don't have to make it very narrow. We're making very narrow, long snowmen, but it's up to you on the size of your paper. You can take an 8.5 by 11 copy paper, which is like this size if you're at home, and fold it in half, like I have mine, and make it a very narrow, long snowman. And we're gonna divide this into fourths, 4 equal spaces. Our first step is to take the bottom of the page, bring it up, now this is the short end, and bring it together and fold it in half. When we open this up, we have 2 sides from the fold. One side here, one side here. This is one half, this is the other half. Now, fold it back. Now we want to make another fold. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold the bottom now up again. Crease it. So it's very small. When we open this up, we'll have 4 equal spaces. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spaces that are equal distance apart. It's called 1/4. Each section is 1/4 of the page. And the middle fold is halfway between the top and bottom. Our first line is going to go to the very middle of the page. In the very center, we're just going to put 1 dot. Halfway, top, bottom, find the center fold and put a dot. From the center dot, we're going to jump down a little bit and do a line. From this line, we're going to make a rainbow arch. It's going to form, if we look at this snowman, the bottom snowball. We're going to go all the way to the edge of the page. I just left a little bit of room on each side. So watch first. I'm going to come over almost to the edge of the page. As I came over, I slowly curved down. I'm going to do the same on this side, curving round almost to the edge of my page. Now I'm going to come down, around, almost to the bottom. See how I come almost to the bottom? And do the same on this side. Go slow, come around, and back up. It's okay if you make it a little lopsided or bumpy, because a natural snowman's going to have lopsides and bumps. Don't be afraid if it has a little bump. If you make a mistake, just redraw your line. We can turn the mistake into something else later. Maybe you have some scarf coming down that will hide the mistake, or the sticks from the arms hiding a mistake. We'll think about that later if we make mistakes. The next section we're going to do is the middle section. To make your snowman, we hold our paper so that the short end is at the top and the longer ends are on our sides. So the next line, we're going to go to the fold at the top the first fold, and then I'm going to put my finger on the first fold, and then I look at the dot in the middle of the page. I want to find the space in between this. I'm going to go halfway between this line and this dot. I'm going up, estimating halfway, and putting a line. So from this dot to this line, halfway, and put a line. That way, I can create the center of my snowman. From the center line, I'm going to make a large snowball, but let's look. It comes in a little bit on each side. So I'm going to come around and come down to this snowball, but I'm not coming to the edge of my page like I did before. So I'm going to come out, around, and back down to this first snowball. Watch first as I do it. So I come out, curve round, then I'm curving back down to the bottom snowball. So I have a middle snowball that's smaller than the bottom snowball. The next step is to do the head space. I'm going to find the first fold, and I'm going to jump up between the first fold and the top of the page. I'm going to come from the first fold halfway from the top of the page. I'm going to put a little line. Now I'm going to come around and down to this snowball, but I'm going to go smaller than the middle snowball. So I'm coming around and back down. Around, back down. That way this snowball is smaller than the middle snowball. This will be the basis for our snowman. Now we're going to design our snowman. When you design your snowman, you can add your eyes, nose, mouth, and any other accessories or designs that you'd like to add to your snowman. My students are going to be using the Snowman Parts Accessory worksheet to be inspired. You can look up some snowman designs on the internet to be inspired as well. Or if you click on the title of the video, it'll take you to a Patreon account where you can find this Snowman Parts worksheet. You can add snowflakes in the background. Some students have trouble making a snowflake, so I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to make it larger for you so you can see it. For the snowflake, if you make a letter X first, and then do a straight line down the middle, and a horizontal line coming across, a basic line design for your snowflake. You can then design your snowflake with unique pattern because every snowflake is designed differently. You might want to add some lines inside, maybe some other snow crystal designs to make your snowflake interesting. Add some fun accessories to your snowman. Add pattern with your colors and with line. You can use your imagination. Some of the kids, since we're in Florida, you can make this a Florida snowman or a snow woman and add a bathing suit, and maybe they're holding a surfboard. Or it could be a skiing snowman and he's holding skis. Or he might be holding a broom. There's another type of a hat too that he could wear. This is a top hat, which is square and a line, but you can also make your snowman wearing a ski hat. And oftentimes these ski hats were knitted or crocheted. So I do 2 lines coming up, and then I do a curve to make a ski hat. And I add vertical lines for the ribbing on the ski hat, which is the knitting part of it, or where it was crocheted together. And then I add a curve on the top. We have this large pom-pom coming out, which is made of yarn tied together. So that would be a ski hat. But that's up to you how you design your snowman. I'm going to show you some fun examples my students have made.